made a difference. Hello, this is Jeannie West along with Carolyn Graves, and we're here to do some training on booking new appointments for your business. And we're going to go live into the Jules group. We had some technical difficulties last night, so we'll see how long this lasts. Mr. Ray did some part changing out and fixing us up, so hopefully this will go well. But let me go live into the group and we'll get started. Let's see, it says it's starting to go live. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hello, Jules Group. It's Jeannie and Carolyn here. We are going to do some training on booking. And again, we had some trouble last night with all these systems working, so we'll see how it works. Mr. Ray did some upgrades to some of my parts. So hopefully that fixed it and we'll be good to go from now on. I am excited about this class. I love talking about booking. It's the most important skill that we need to grow as beauty consultants. But it's probably, for most new consultants especially, it's the scariest. And I'm going to be honest with you, for us seasoned girls who've been around for 30 some odd years, if we haven't booked any appointments in a while, it's scary for us again all over. So the more consistent you are with booking, getting on those books, staying on those books, working with just going through that pace, that the protocols of it all, using the lines and everything, the more comfortable you will become on a regular basis. So I do recommend that you always stick with it. And then we're welcoming Anna. Hi, Anna. Welcome, love. So good to see you. And this is great because Carolyn and I are seasoned and Anna is new. So maybe she will ask some questions that will help some of you out there watching the recording later or watching the streaming service into our Jules page. So we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Anna. So proud of you. And so I'm really excited about this booking call because booking is the lifeline of your business. If you don't have bookings, technically you're out of business. It's kind of like taking a clothes sign and putting on the front door of your business. So bookings keep us up and running. There's an analogy that a top national talks about with our businesses. And I think this is really important for us to get kind of in our head and take ownership of. She talks about if you are filling a bathtub and you have the drain open and you got the water going, does it ever really get full? No, because as long as that drain's clean, it's just going to keep going, right? So it never gets full. Well, our businesses are kind of like that because we're going to have people come into our business and go out of our business. And it's lots of different reasons. I had a really great client years ago, the first one that it happened to. She was buying on a regular basis. We had a good relationship. She loved the products. Everything was going great. And then her niece, who lived in another city, signed up with Mary Kay. Well, of course, she's going to go support her niece, right? So I lost this really great client to that situation. And it does happen. I just love being honest and sharing these stories with you so that you understand that because you have a customer base doesn't mean those people are always going to stay with you. So having fresh faces coming into your business on a regular basis is a good mindset. Constantly looking for the newest people that you're adding. And I would say that setting a goal for that is good. Always having a goal. How many new faces do I want per month? Do it, it can be as little as 1 a week, for a month, or it can be as many as 30 a month. It's up to you, depending on your schedule, how much time you want to invest, and most importantly, your goals, whether they're fun Mary Kay goals or financial goals. It's really important that you have a mindset of, I'm going to grow my business in this many new faces per month. And that will keep you on track for constant growth, for fresh faces, and never being devastated when you lose 1 or 2 for one reason or another. I had a consultant call me, and again, stories I think help us really grasp the importance of our bookings. Had a consultant the other day call me and say, I got to get new faces. I just lost a customer who's like equivalent to 3 or 4 customers because she bought so much, but she got laid off from her job. And she's really concerned about her money. And until she gets another job, she's going to be kind of laying back. So I need to get some more faces. So that, there's lots of reasons why it happens. So it's the lifeline of our business. So how do we get bookings? The first thing I say is get some training. Be okay with training yourself. If you're a seasoned consultant who's been out of the loop for a while, retrain. If you're brand new, get that training under your belt. It's really, really important. And then know, secondary, is you really learn the most through actually doing it. The practice of attempting bookings. I used to have one shot training that I told everybody, and I'm going to do that tonight. But the reality is, things have changed a lot in our business. So, we used to call, everything was a phone call. Everything was a phone call. Now it's texting, now it's Facebook, now it's, phone calls, of course, and it can even be through emails. You can put a group of customers together, send an email out, and get a bunch of bookings sometimes. It really is, your creative juices flowing and make a decision. But I'm going to share with you my original booking script and my techniques, because layered in there are some hot tips that I can't not teach you. I think it helps me to really focus you in on the basics. And sometimes when we know the basics, we can run with the technology, we can run with all the other ideas. So I'm going to do a screen share so you can read along with me. I think the visual helps. I know it helps me. I'm that way. I have to see and hear at the same time. So and it's on a basic little PDF, so nothing fancy here. And I'll share the PDF with everybody so you can print it out. Okay, booking is a lifeline of your business. Booking is the first step you'll take to generate customers. Booking is truly when you turn on the open sign of your business. You will want to book twice as many appointments per appointment you want to hold. Okay, so let's say I want to hold 4 parties this week. How many parties do I need to have booked? I need to have 8 parties booked, believe it or not, because life happens. You'll get that hostess that calls you at 3 in the afternoon and said, even though she has a ton of people coming and everything's great, her kid came home from school with strep. Nobody wants to be in the household with that. So it's good if you will double book. That will avoid disappointments. The next thing, and this is very important, whether you're seasoned or brand new, and I have this little suggestion list that gives you an idea of where to look for leads and stuff. But the reality is the number one thing is to have a bunch of names in front of you. Number one, have a bunch of names in front of you. So that way, when the first 2 or 5 or 10 say no, you're not freaking out. So the goal is to have, when you're brand new, build that list of 60 to 100 names. And I will tell you why. You want to stretch your brain so you're not thinking of the obvious, because sometimes the obvious people closest in your inner circle will be the first to say no. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm not going to break that down. I'd rather spend more time on other things, but it's not anything personal. Just say that it's not anything personal. It's just where they're at the moment. Okay. So just make that big list. And, I tell a lot of consultants, it's the 30 or 40 person on that list that you contact that says yes, and they turn out to be your best customer or a great consultant on your team, or biggest hostess. They hostess 4 parties in a year, like they're just fantastic. And it's because you pushed your brain to that outer circle. You're not just as focused on that immediate inner circle. They say the average American used to know about 300. They say since Facebook and everything, we know literally over 1,000 people, so this should not be a hard thing to come up with. But make sure you have that list. And again, I have this whole suggestion list thing here. And when I share the document, you can go through that. It'll spur some memory. I think it's interesting how, past neighbors and things like that. Those are things that will help you stretch out of that circle. So the next thing you want to do is set a goal. It says here, talks about a power start, which we know that when we do a perfect start or a power start plus, you get a charm. You get lots of recognition in our team. A power start is 30 faces in 30 days. And I always count this when you start it. So let's say you decided to start it on the 14th of this month. So count out 30 days from there and it ends whatever that would be, I guess the 13th of next month, because there's 31 days in this month. So, give yourself the full 30 days, and it doesn't have to be in a given month. It can be just stretched over your 30 days, right? So that helps you when you set that goal to focus in on pacing yourself and counting the numbers. A number counted grows. It will grow. So study the scripts on overcoming objections, and I have a list on that I will share. But mostly overcoming objections are just being a problem solver. So let's say I called Anna and she sounded very enthusiastic, but she's like, I'm homeschooling, we're fixing to move. And I go, wow, it does sound like you're really busy. Totally get that. But you sound excited. Is that true? Are you really excited about maybe having a party with some friends? Would you possibly, I know this is a little silly, but would you possibly consider maybe a Zoom party like on a Saturday evening or maybe a Sunday evening, like later after the boys get settled or something? We can do a Zoom call as late as 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and it only takes 20 minutes, and you can get as many people on my Zoom call as you want. How does that sound? So
Like I don't have to clean the house.
and you don't have to clean the house.
Don't have to put those toys away.
Yep, yep.
So overcoming objections is just about solving the problem, okay? Just overcoming that situation and recognizing, like, let's say she did sound, oh my goodness, that kind of sounds fun, but I'm a little nervous that none of my friends would come. Maybe she comes up with something like that. Say, empathize, and then just say, I understand how you feel. That would be really sad, wouldn't it? It would really hurt my feelings, and I can completely understand that. Did you realize that you can be a hostess with just two friends? So it's you plus two. I bet we could find two friends that would join you. So see how I did that? Like it's just about kind of strategizing and finding a way that would help her to overcome whatever challenge she has in her mind, okay? Because her challenge is real. Yes, Carolyn.
And sometimes a no doesn't really mean a no. They just need more information.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They just need more information. So yes, so in that case, like if you're feeling like that's the case, to say, do you understand what we do when we get together? Because I would love to share a little bit about that, just so you can make a decision that, when you understand all the facts. And they're like, oh yeah, yeah, and so going over what we do at a party. So there's lots of ways you can do that. And some of that just comes with time. And it's okay to, like, if you call somebody and you really thought they were going to host a party or even have a facial with you and it doesn't go well, call me. We can go over what was said, and maybe I can share with you a way around that to even call her back, or at least learn a new technique of how you could have overcome that. So, it's just learn by doing. Okay. I'm finding that sometimes I can text someone and find out a good time to call them. So before you call people, oftentimes, and I'm sure I've done this with Carolyn and Anna, both here on the call, where I've texted you and said, hey, would you have an open time we can chat in the next couple of days? I just love to chat with you, share something with you real quick. And a lot of times people will say, yeah, I'm open right now, or not, now it's not good, and then we go back and forth till we set a time. So I set a phone appointment through text a lot of times. Other times when I'm really wanting to get on a phone calling thing and I just want to leave a bunch of messages, I'm okay with leaving messages. I'll leave a ton of messages with different people. And I immediately, after I message them, and it's a really quick message, I will text them and say, hey, I left you an important message. When you get a chance, can you listen to it and or call me? So that's another way of approaching people, because right now people aren't really necessarily always answering phone calls. So that's a way around that. So here are the old-fashioned words, and you can tell these are old-fashioned words, but there's some techniques in here that are so golden. You may change this up a little bit to sound a little bit more like you, but the whole structure of it is something I highly recommend you follow. So hi, Carolyn, this is Jeannie. Do you have a quick minute? Go ahead.
Sure.
Sure, great. So she said yes. If she says no, I'd say something to the effect of, no problem. It sounds like you're busy. When would be a good time to call you back? Later this evening or tomorrow morning? And then whatever she tells me, then I call her back. I set an appointment to call her back before I let her go. Really quick. Usually they're okay with that. She said yes. I said, great. Let me tell you why I'm calling. I've just been accepted as an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay Cosmetics. I didn't put all that in there. As part of my training, I need to practice on 30 faces in my first 30 days. And I immediately thought of you because you have a lot of friends. You're very social. You love to entertain. You love makeup, any of those kind of things you could say. Okay, whatever you know about her that's a genuine, absolute compliment. You don't want to make it, something that's not a genuine compliment. All I need from you is an hour of your time and your face. Now, if I'm talking to her through the phone, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to literally be doing this. So I'm going to stop here and pause and give you a little bit of thing on that. My recruiter, Shirley Meyerholt, you can see her mirror. Yes, put a mirror in front of you so you know you're smiling. But see, you can see the outline back here of the picture of my recruiter, Shirley Meyerholt. When she was my mom's consultant back in the day, she would call the house, and that's back when the phone was on the wall. Anna probably doesn't remember that because that was a long time ago.
Before our time.
And my brother, my sister, one of the younger siblings in the house would run through and they'd answer the phone. Hey, whatever. And it'd be Shirley, and she had asked to speak to my mom, right? And everybody in the house would hand the phone and say, it's the happy lady. That's what they called her, the happy lady. They could hear her smile through the phone. People can hear you smile through the phone. So if you're smiling, you're going to be sending a positive, energetic message. So smile. When all else fails, smile, even if your gut's ripping out because you're scared. You smile. Okay, so where was I at? So all I need from you is your face. So when we get together, what would be better for you, the first of the week or the end of the week? I just did this afternoon about an hour before the call, and I used almost exact words. I go, when we get together, I always close the whole front paragraph. I don't let them talk other than saying yes, they're available. And I go through this really fast, and I go, when we get together, what would be better for you, the first of the week or the end of the week? Okay, what do we call that? Assuming the sale. I'm assuming she's going to say yes. If you think they're going to say yes, they say yes. If you think they're going to say no, they say no. It's whatever is right here. It's all an attitude. You can do everything right with the wrong attitude and fail miserably. You can do everything wrong, mess up all these words, but do it with the correct attitude, a happy attitude, a winning attitude, and you'll get a ton of bookings. Craziest thing. So, but it does work. So when we get together, notice I say when we get together. When we get together, this is a golden part. What would be better for you, the first of the week or the end of the week? Okay. She says the end of the week. Okay. I'm looking at my date book. Always have your date book open in front of you with the highlighted times you want to book. And I say to her, okay, would you want, now let's say Wednesdays are no good for me because I go to church. So I'm saying Thursday or Friday. So I say, would you like Thursday or Friday? She goes, Friday. I go, daytime or evening? She goes, evening. I go, 7 or 7:30. Notice what I did. I walked her right into a booking. Usually they choose the second thing you say because that's what they hear. So usually, so let's say my husband would get home later from work and he needs to get there to watch the kids, and I can't do a party until 7:30 or 8. So I'm going to say 7:30 or 8. You see what I'm saying? So I make sure that I walk them into a time that I feel is comfortable for me. And I'm always giving them choices. Why do we do that? Women want to feel like they're in control of a situation. So when you give them choices, they feel like they are making the decision. Okay. So always, whenever you're offering, do you want the compact or the lipstick? You always offer choices, even in selling, always offering. And what Carolyn said earlier, and I think it might be a little later on this, it talks about having a mirror in front of you. You want to always have a mirror, especially when you're brand new, making sure you're smiling into that phone. Check your smile. Sometimes we think we're smiling and we're really grimacing. So now once you have a facial set, I'd say, so now Carolyn, you could really help me by having a friend or two join you, and that will double my efforts towards my goal of the 30 faces, and they can give me their opinion as well. And you'll receive free Mary Kay products as my thank you. Please, no more than 5. And I kind of smile through the phone big time when I say that, because like I actually, believe it or not, when I have hostesses say yes now to a party, I do have a problem with them having too many people. And I think it's because a lot of people aren't out there trying to book parties anymore. And so when they do get one and they're really that kind of person who's willing to host a party, they're like, I'm inviting everybody, you know? So you have to really coach them, because when we're doing facials, I've done parties with 15, 20 people. It's nuts. And you don't really get to serve everybody well. It really is good if there's 5 guests and 1 hostess. That's the perfect party. 6 adults sitting at the table is the perfect party. I really love giving individual attention. Does that sound good? And then when she decides on that, then you're going to go into the coaching portion, which we'll do on a different training. But basically, when you have a hostess, you want to hold her hand through that process. You want to share with her tips and ways of making sure her party is successful. Remember that objection I mentioned earlier? What if nobody shows up? So I do a lot to make sure that people show up. I really hold her hand through that process, and I'm going to train you in another training fully out how to do that. I always say to her, I'm excited as having you one of my first hostesses or my first facials, depending on what kind of an appointment is. Our time together can be so much more fun and go faster with you and your friends when I have their skin type and skin tone before our party. So, so can I call you or email with you to get the contact information of your guests within 48 hours, and I'll give you a choice of a free, and you can offer like a free eyeshadow that costs you $4, or whatever you'd like to offer her. You definitely want to offer a free product item for doing that. Some consultants offer something half off, like a half off item. So then it doesn't cost you anything. So what will work best for you? Email invites or postcard invites. And I do have attached to this training, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. I have these postcards you can print on cardstock and fill them out. Turn on the other side and put your return address information and their email, their address and everything in a postcard stamp. They print off as a perfect postcard. I love these postcards. I had them for years, and I have up until, even recently have mailed out postcards. Postcards blow people away now because they don't get anything in the mail like that. And it really makes an impression. It really does. But
And
you
the
can,
color makes a difference too.
yeah, it does. So you can email invites. You can even now, I didn't even add this. I should add this. You can also text invites. I have a text sample here that I created on Pic Collage. You can see it has the Pic Collage, little Pic Collage in. But some people use Canva. There's a lot of different apps like that, and you can create something like that. I do recommend you put your picture on it if you're doing anything in text. So really cute picture of yourself with your Mary Kay face on and your hair done and everything. And something kind of fun. You notice how I have that on a weird angle and stuff? Just kind of get a really cute picture to add in there. And this is how I get I do some coaching through this. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see. So then there is, oh, I always send a note. I use the Dollar Tree note cards. They always have them in pink, you know, really pink, cute flowers on the outside or blank on the inside. And I send them if it's more than 7 days out, I send them a thank you card in advance. Sometimes it'll get to them sooner than that, but a thank you card with the date and time and everything confirming the appointment. So even on a facial, I'll do that. If I've got plenty of lead time, I booked a facial for the 23rd, so I'll send something out tomorrow morning. That will get to her in time. As you know, and let's see, let me jump down to this. So again, I'm going to share this whole document so you can read through it. This is full of texting booking dialogues. And it gives examples of what to say and, you know, even ideas of how to switch it up if you want to switch it up. And texting is really, you can do them in bulk. But I do not recommend you do like some texting tree, like where you have a whole bunch of people in the same thing. You want to do them individually, but you can, if you have an iPhone, I'm sure Androids do it too. I have a little note place. I'll type out what I want to say and I'll copy and paste it from there. And that way I'm not having to constantly type it for each individual. And I have found that if you add a few emojis in there, that helps as well to just keep people excited and everything. So these, I'm not going to read through all these because they're all just text messages. They give an example from if you do an event, like a bridal show or something like that, a community event. So they have different types of text messages in here that you can send out. You can even do texting parties. They're doing texting parties now, which are fun, where they text to 5 of their, or 10 or 20 of their friends, and they text a link to your website. And if anybody orders that day, they get hostess credit for it. And so that's another fun thing to do. You're not going to build strong customers through that, but it can get things going when you're really busy, or maybe you're in a little lull. It can kind of kick things up and get you excited to take it to the next level. So this one offers swag bags. So I want to, I know there's a newer term for that, goodie bags. I think there's something else. There's another term. Swag bag is one we used for years. But when you do that, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can put samples from section 2 in those. You can pick up things from the Dollar Tree. Now, if you do Dollar Tree, make sure you're not putting other lotions or things like that in there. Of course, you only want to promote your own products. But a lot of times the Dollar Tree carries a lot of seasonal things that are really cute to put in, something like that to spice it up with your Mary Kay samples and things. So, and this is offering a swag bag. And I've done this to book parties, and it works really, really well because when they get the invite, it says on there they're going to get a swag bag at the free. You do not, no purchase necessary, and you get to have a pampering session, a Mary Kay pampering session at the same time. So it's a great way to book parties, and it's really again pretty fast. You can do a lot of people pretty fast. And then this goes through the steps. Send a text message to a potential client, offer her to invite friends, send text or print invites for her to forward, receive RSVP from guests, which will receive a swag bag. So I offer it. And what I do is I share with the hostess. When you text your friend and they say, yeah, I'm interested, then say, when you send the invite on the second text, send my phone number in that text, not just on the invite that you see on this, but also in the text message, so they can just tap it and it leads right to me. Okay. And then I've had some hostesses actually connect me, like they'll send a text out with both of our numbers in it and her name and my name. And then that way we're connected right away. Okay. Ask questions about their skin via text, and then send them the pic collage reminder as well. So those are ways you can book all the way through text message. You can have the whole thing booked through text message and then show up and they're all there. Okay. Again, I'll do a real in-depth coaching training very soon. I want to point out some other tools that you can use for or training you can access for booking. So go to the education tab on your InTouch, and then you're going to go down to MK Confident, and everything you really need to know about your business is in here. They have training.
Are you still there, Jeannie? Oh, no. Don't tell me she locked up again.
She's gone.
She locked up last night and we never got her back.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we didn't even get to do our drawings for the prizes last night. So we had to
Oh no.
postpone it to next week. Oh, there's, oh,
Oh, she's gone.
well, let's see if she comes right back on or not. There she is.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's coming back now.
It came back this time. Woo!
Yeah. I was telling Anna what happened last night to
Yeah.
us.
It came back this time. What is going on? This is so creepy. I don't know. We went a long time.
Yeah,
So
you almost got it done.
Essentials. Booking a party right here. Okay, so it's under Great Start. Go to Great Start under
You're not sharing your screen again, so.
booking a party, and then I'm sure they have a ton. I haven't done this module yet. I know Carolyn has, and I'm sure they have a lot of, and you'll probably hear some of the same things I just shared with you, because all mine's, training from Mary Kay. And then I have one other source that I really love. And this is all a lot of new stuff, it's just really cool. Go to our website, our Genuine Jewels website, go to the Resource Center. I wonder if it's when I go in websites that it's doing something to kick.
I don't know.
Did she freeze again?
I don't know. Maybe so.
Looks like it.
Uh-oh. Well, at least she got most of the training done before it started
Yeah.
acting up crazy. Sandra's
Well-
saying she is going to be very upset.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you're back.
Try not to be.
Yeah, there she is. She's back with us
Ah.
again. I think. I heard her say something.
Now she's gone.
Now she's gone. Oh. Think she's frozen for sure now. Sandra was
Well,
saying, ask her if she can share the
Can-
screen. Well,
Can you see me now? Can you see me?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, that freeze up again? Okay, sorry
you
about
did for a little bit there, yeah.
Okay. Did you know that 48, when people are booking and selling and stuff, okay, 48% of salespeople never follow up. 25% make a second contact and stop. 12% make 3 contacts and stop. 10% make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. And here's the kicker. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact.
Wow.
I was going to say 7. Because
So,
usually it takes 7 contacts before you get somebody's.
okay, here's what I want to share with you is that you're going to call people and they're going to not answer, or you're going to text them and they're not going to reply. Don't give up. And there are so many people over the years, women that I have followed up with. I have warm chattered booked a lady in Publix. And I literally, I'll never forget this, is kind of early in my career. So I was really learning these kinds of numbers. And I followed her for a full year, calling her on the phone. And she says, I'm too busy. My dad's in the hospital. Can you call me next month? Sure. Can I call you on the 15th? Yes. I put in my date book and I call her. We went through this for a full year. I got to her facial a year later, and it was one of the biggest sales I'd had to date in my career. And she turned out to be a great friend and a great customer. So you just, it's tenacity. Tenacity is the word of the night. You want to have tenacity. You don't want to give up on that first call or even the 10th call, really, because it's the follow through. The fortunes and the follow through is really, really, really true. Okay.
You're making me think of Tony Davis using that word.
Yeah, yes, you did. Tenacious Tony Davis. So this is a video. I'm not going to show it because probably everything is shut down, but I highly recommend this video. These two young gals can teach you a lot about booking and how to really zero in on building your date book full of bookings. They talk about technique and tricks and tips. It's amazing. And they even have all the information below on our website, all laid out. Anything they talk about tracking and keeping track of those. And I'm going to get back to this year. I've gotten a little bit away from it, but especially after we get moved and settled, I always carried a little book. You can get these little books you can buy in the Dollar Tree. They're little notebooks. They're very thin. They're only a few pages. I use that to track my leads in. You know, anybody I want to book, because you're going to need to follow up. So you got to have those names somewhere all the time, because if not, it's gone. It's gone. You forget. So I keep, and what I always did was I had a page per lead in my notebook. Okay. So if I got her information when I was talking to her in the grocery store or at church or the neighbor down the street, I would write everything I knew about her in there. So I could remember when I reconnected with her, is she somebody who I needed to call back? You know, I'd made that call back on the 15th and said, hey, how's your dad? Is he home from the hospital yet? And how are you doing? Because I know it's a lot taking care of him. So I would know what to say when I first got back with them, instead of just randomly, hey, were we ready to book now? You know, it's like you want to keep their interest at heart. And so I would use that page to follow up when I called her, what was, said, just briefly, a couple little notes. And then I would, follow up and put the date in there. And then of course, open my date book and put when I was going to call her back again. But the information was in that book, so I could follow up, and really, that's how you build really enriching relationships with people and really service them well. And that's the reason people can be tied to you. You know, customers have been with me for 35 years. Well, they stay with me because of that type of relationship. So following up and making sure that you have all that information. But did I screen share this? Can y'all see that? I don't think I did.
We don't see anything yet. Okay, there it comes.
This is on our website. Okay. So you go to the resource center and then go to booking coaching. It's the very top. And then I'm not going to try to open that because I don't know if it's going to throw me out. And then you'll find all the stuff on booking, and these gals here, this video is amazing. And again, all of their power booking plan and everything is all in here. Their tracking sheets. And there's even more information from others on booking. So this is pretty stout information on booking. I really, really love this information. And I love their video. It's very motivating. You'll want to get on the phone and start booking as soon as you watch their video. They're really, really good. So make sure you do that for sure. So any questions about booking?
But Jeannie, another name is pampering set.
Say that again.
Instead of swag bags is pampering set. Like you're pampering them.
Set. Okay. Okay. So instead of swag bag, okay. Good idea. Pampering set. And they can be a pampering set of samples.
Yes.
Right.
But like Sandra said, with the limited samples we have, what do you put in the bag?
There you go. So, you're reading Sandra on Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah. Does she have
I
anything
think she's
else?
gone now, though.
I'm glad Sandra's with us. Yay.
I think she's gone, so.
Okay. Maybe she thought she lost me again.
Well, she knew you froze up
Yeah, I did.
twice, and then I think that she gave up and you're coming back, so.
Okay.
Anyway.
Not a problem.
Oh, she's saying I am here. Okay.
Oh, yay. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for watching, even through the freezes. Oh my goodness. So, Anna, any questions since you're the newbie?
Um, let me think on this. So bookings are in reference to a party or a facial. Is there anything else that is included under that?
Absolutely. You can do Facebook parties. You can do, like I said, you could actually do a texting party where you send out your website, they send it to, all their friends, and then they can, anybody orders on this day or within these certain days. There's a lot of ideas for bookings of any kind.
And
Um,
another type of booking is an interview with you and Jeannie also.
yes, to share the Mary Kay opportunity. Thank you, Carolyn. That is true. Yeah, to share the opportunity, which we haven't done yet. When you do 3, you get these earrings.
Ooh.
You got some sisters, I think you could get to sit down for that. On Zoom. We could do it on Zoom too, late at night after the boys are down.
Yep.
So, um,
Like maybe some of that family that she was just visiting.
yeah, exactly. We can twist a few
Get them
arms,
to
right?
listen to the
Mhm.
opportunity with Jeannie.
Yep.
And you just
So
never know. You might end up with a new team member.
with the opportunity, do you give the pitch while I'm
Yep,
on the okay,
yep.
okay,
And you learn. You watch
okay,
and learn.
okay.
Yeah. So it's super easy. You just smile and look cute like you always do. So that's a great question. So, typically our biggest goal is facials and parties, because when we put skincare on people's faces, we're going to sell a lot more. We're going to build that skincare client base, which is the meat and potatoes of our business. Those are the people that buy more. But, you can certainly even book color parties. You can book spa parties where you just do satin hands and satin lips and a lip gloss. I mean, you can do, the sky's the limit, whatever you want to do. And
Okay.
whatever your host is, sometimes to get in somebody's door, that she's the hostess of the mostest, but she's not really ready to commit to everybody sitting around the table and doing faces on, a traditional Mary Kay party. But maybe she's willing to invite everybody over to try satin hands and have some cookies and hot tea and, have a little social gathering, and you could put some displays out and hand out your lookbooks and have, something like that. Really you can do anything with this. It's so fun. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
You could even do like in the springtime when it comes time to get your legs and your feet all ready for sandals and so forth, where you do the feet.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
buy these,
basically like doing the satin hands on their feet and legs.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call it a spa foot party.
Yeah. And
And
that's a
get
fun one
these
to do.
dish pans from the Dollar Tree
Hmm.
Or Amazon.
or Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And you
bag it
put,
up there is
yep,
what
she's
that
got a
is.
stack of them. We all have a stack of them in our house that we do these. And we just do every about 2 or 3 years, Mary Kay carries a limited edition pedicure set.
Pedicure set.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's
But
one of our boys.
Oh.
Hi there.
he
He's
said,
a cutie.
Oh, thank
John.
you. That's John. Yep.
Oh, I got it right. Yeah,
Say hi.
cutie. He says, who are they? So yeah, but when we don't have that, we just use satin hands. We just use
Okay.
satin hands. Yeah.
Yeah, says foot care is her fave.
Yeah.
Her favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do that. You did one with Dana, and she had
Yeah,
some
I
good
did.
sales
Yes.
from that last year. It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We had, I don't remember how many we had there. Quite a few people, all of her neighbors around the pool at her other neighbor's house. And yeah, we did that. Has that been 2 years now?
What's that?
Has that been 2 years that we did that?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Time flies. Time flies.
Yeah.
So, one of the things I've done, I'd say several times. I've done Zoom parties, and I've had my hostess invite friends from all over the country, of course, because it's Zoom. And that's okay, you're fine. So it's Zoom, so it's all over the country, people from all over the country. And I do a QVC demonstration on my own face. They don't have any samples, they don't have anything, they just come in and watch. And it's 20, 25 minutes, and rocked it out with between 1,000 and 1,500 in sales on those, because there's so many people there,
Mm.
and I'm selling, all I'm featuring is the Time Wise miracle set. I don't try to sell out anything else, I just focus on that. So I'm selling miracle sets like crazy. So really fun, really fun and fast and easy. And yeah, so there's so many ideas. It's really only limited by your own imagination, really. But and there's there's ideas that are in this, all of this is training that we have. So plenty of ideas. So great questions, Anna. Thank you. Thank you so much. Carolyn, thanks for your input tonight. Very good.
Oh, you're
Anything I've
welcome.
forgotten or any other questions?
I don't think so. I think you've done a great job.
I love it. And I've been testing it out before I booked. I was like, before trying to, I got to get on, and I got 2 bookings today. So that's always my goal. 2 new bookings per day. You get 2 new bookings per day, you've got more bookings than you need. And it's easy because you think, oh, just 2. I'm not make an effort till I get 2. And then I stop and I'm good, right? So one's a facial and one's a party. So fun. So fun. So you can do it. I know if I can do it, you can do it. It's just a matter of doing it. And people are excited once you get in front of everybody and you share the product, and they have so much fun. They're like, I'm so glad I did this. Every hostess at the end goes, I'm so glad I did this. So that's fun. Okay, we will do next week. I'm going to do tax training.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Who's excited about tax training? We're not excited about it, but we know it's a necessary thing. So we're excited to get it over with. How's that?
There you go. That's one thing I procrastinate about.
Yes, exactly. And new consultants, the husband's always glad you go through it.
Yeah.
So true. Well, thanks for joining us, Mr. John. We appreciate you.
The boys, anytime still, when they see all of my Mary Kay stuff, they say that's Miss Jeannie's stuff. What's Miss Jeannie's stuff doing here?
They haven't figured out that you're a Mary Kay consultant now. Yeah. They will very soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very soon. That's so sweet. You got good boys. You're doing a good job, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job. Thanks so much, Carolyn. Thanks so much for those watching. And we hope and pray that we'll see you next Monday night. God bless and have a great rest of your week. Go book a party or a facial.
Everyone.
Good night.